Welcome back to another edition of Morehead Today. I'm your host, David Ray Gillum. On today's show, we have owner of Morehead's newest comic book shop, The Richard, as well as from Career Services, Megan Boone. For a musical guest, we have Tyler Mullins and Thomas Albert. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this. Only here on Morehead Today.
Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Steve.
Join us in April for a new program on MSU TV featuring artists and their artwork.
That's right. We're going to talk with artists about what art means to them and how they do what they do.
Poets, painters, songwriters, sculptors, welders, fabricators, weavers, makers, shakers, yes, even bakers of all kinds may join us.
So check out Art This in April and tell every artist you know there's a new venue in town, and it's called
Art
This.
Welcome back to Morehead Today, and please welcome our first guest, The Richard. How you doing?
Hey, good to see you, David.
Good to see you as well.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, thank you for coming on the show. So you have opened up a new shop on Main Street. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's called The Richard's Cool Stuff, and it is a really eclectic blend of comics, games, toys, movie memorabilia, collectibles, sports cards. It's a little bit of everything all rolled into one. It's not just a comic book shop. You really got to see it to experience it.
Cool. What gave you the idea to start such a shop here in Morehead?
I've always been a collector. I've always gathered things from movies or whatever, comic books, toys. And there's nothing like this within 60 miles in any direction. And it all really came together in a real short period of time. And it's really working out really well.
Awesome news. So you actually been having a lot of customers coming in and out of the shop? I'm sure it spurred a lot of curiosity within the Morehead community.
No, it really has. And the response has been great. We have a lot of regular customers. We're doing events now, and that we're doing lots of different activities to bring the community involved in the shop.
Cool. Well, you just had an event yesterday. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was called Hollywood in the Head.
Cool.
And our tagline was, "We bring Hollywood to you." So we brought a bunch of celebrities from different movies. We got them all together. Everybody signed autographs. It was a free event for the community. Anybody could walk up and shake hands with the guests, and it was very well.
Cool. What's some of the people that you actually had come to the event?
Well, we had the legendary Tony Todd, who played Candyman. He was in X-Files and Smallville and so many different shows. We had R.A. Mihailoff, who played Leatherface and is in Hatchet 2. And we had Addie Miller, who was the very first zombie in The Walking Dead.
Awesome, which is one of my personal favorites. I actually had the opportunity to come to the event yesterday, and it seemed like it done really, really well. There was a lot of interest in what was going on there. Would you agree did that continue throughout the entire event?
It really did. The way that we scheduled it, we were aware that schools let out, that high school lets out at certain times. So throughout the day, there was a new rush of people, and we gave everybody an opportunity to show up because we closed at 7. So.
Awesome. Well, we have to take a short break, but we will be right back with The Richard. Stay tuned.
Breaking news. Events happening in Morehead. Special guests. Weather updates. There when you need it. Channel 77. News Center. Thursdays from 5 to 5:30.
We're back to Morehead Today, and we are chatting with the Richard, owner of a new shop on Main Street called the Richard's Cool Stuff. Thank you again for joining us. We were talking a little bit about the event that you all had yesterday. What does it take to put on such an event like this, to have all of these celebrities in one area?
It really takes who you know. It takes a long time to build these connections. I've worked in Hollywood and other places around the world, and it really does depend on who you know and who you have really good connections with. You want to treat people well and maintain those connections.
Let's talk a little bit about that. You said you've done a lot of work in Hollywood. Are you from that area? Where are you originally from?
I actually grew up here.
Okay.
I grew up here, and I left when I graduated in 1992, and I moved to Hawaii. I joined the Army over there, and I stayed in Hawaii for about 15 years, where I started working in radio, and I eventually moved to England and went to film school over there, and moved back to Hawaii, and then to Los Angeles, where I started working at scriptwritersnetwork.com.
Wow. So you, over the course of time, you've probably had a lot of chances to make a lot of different connections.
Definitely, definitely.
What are some of those? What are some of the connections that you've made? What are some of the things you've done?
Well, I don't want to list specific names, but the events that I've managed and I've worked with at Scriptwriters Network, at Universal Studios and CBS Studios, we've had movie producers, directors, writers, and I stay in touch with just about every single one of those.
So now you've moved back to Morehead and opened up the shop. What are your plans for the future of the shop?
Well, it makes perfect sense. Sure, I've got this collectible shop that is really cool. It's a wonderful place, but I'm an event promoter, I'm a coordinator, and I love the idea of bringing Hollywood to Morehead. So we're going to work with charities, we're going to work with the universities, and we're going to do everything that I've done in Hollywood and Honolulu out here. That's
awesome. What is the audience that you are trying to target with these events and with your shop as a whole? Are we going for college students, just everybody?
Well, I would say the college students really deserve something like this. There's nothing going on in my capacity in this town. I know that there are things to do here, but as far as like your film community and whatnot, there aren't a lot of events of this caliber. So in the future, I do want to bring out actual producers, and I want to work with young filmmakers and connect you guys and help this community grow in ways that it may not have if I wasn't here.
Exactly, and MSU, there's no doubt about, is a suitcase college. Do you feel like with some of these events that maybe students will start staying around Morehead on the weekends?
That would be an ultimate goal, absolutely. If there was something to do on a regular basis, then they would have at least an option. And as it is right now, there's not a lot of options. And I'm not saying there's nothing to do in this town. I respect and I love Morehead. Mm-hmm. I'm just offering a variety, and I really do want to see this suitcase town turn itself around and be a place, mecca for other people to come from other counties and states to come and enjoy.
Awesome. Do you have any events planned right now for the immediate future?
Other than our nightly events, we have regular events at the store, and it's catered to our guests, our clientele. In the summer, we're going to do some sort of zombie event wrapped around the movie World War Z. After that, we're doing a release, a comic book release, and I'll announce that a little bit later. I mean, there's a lot of things in the works, and plus I want to talk to you guys, and I want to see what we can come up with from your perspective.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that's all the time we have for now, but we wish you the best of luck with your shop and all of your future events. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much. Okay.
We'll be right back after this break.
The Eagle Sports Coaches Show with your host, Jason Blanton, covering all the latest news in Morehead sports such as men's basketball with Coach Sean Woods, women's basketball with Coach Tom Hodges, and spring sports such as baseball with Coach Mike McGuire and softball with David Williams. So for the latest news with Morehead Sports, be sure to tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 96.3 FM, Channel 77 every Wednesday at 6, or on our YouTube channel, YouTube/MSU Eagle Athletics.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. We just had the Richards from the Richards Cool Stuff on Main Street here on the show. They had an event called Hollywood in the Head, and MSU TV's own Nate Merritt went out there to shoot a segment for us to watch right now.
I think Hollywood in the Head is one of the most refreshing things to come to Morehead.
It is one of the coolest things on the planet. I just met a 6'5", 300-pound dude that his hand made my hand feel like it was that big.
It's really great. I've been looking forward to this for like weeks and weeks. I mean, getting to meet Candyman himself. How about that?
We have things in Morehead right now through the Richards Cool Stuff that we normally don't have in the town of Morehead, which is celebrities and movie people.
Hollywood in Morehead is crazy.
Oh, this is awesome!
This place is just awesome.
Dude, it's incredible. What do you think it is? It's awesome. You meet these awesome stars from your childhood that scared the snot out of you. Some current ones that scare the snot out of you. It's just a really good time.
I've never seen this. I never thought I would ever see this in Morehead, Kentucky. That's the truth. Like, just seeing the celebrities, meeting the characters from shows I grew up with, or TV shows and movies, like Alex Vincent from Child's Play. I grew up watching Child's Play, and meeting him is great. No other place does this. I never thought I would see it here either.
Richard brought in people from all over the United States for Hollywood in the Head, and I think it's a really good thing, a boost to the local economy.
Raising the economy to this part of region, to this state, and to this community more importantly.
I just really feel like the Richards School Stuff understands the unique spirit that's in this town. You know, there's so much more to it than what's on the surface, and we bring it out. You know, so they do such a good job at it.
We're bringing things to Main Street, and they talk about the revitalization of downtown Morehead. There's nothing more revitalizing of downtown Morehead than the Richards Cool Collectibles and Hollywood in the Head.
Come on down. Everybody is scared, needs to be here. Help them pay the rent. Get some cool stuff.
Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also host art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Playful Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
Yo, why are you looking at bags, bro? What you need is a chick magnet. You put me in the room and boom, chicks. That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. We're here with our musical guests, Mr. Tyler Mullins and Mr. Thomas Albert. Thank you guys so much for being on the show with us today. Now, you guys are both very active within the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music. Y'all care to elaborate a little more on that?
I've been part of the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music for 3 years now. I'm a junior here at Morehead. And just last semester, we were granted a bachelor's degree in traditional music. And it's really been a great program for us this semester.
Cool. Now, is this something you all see yourselves continuing to do after you graduate Morehead State in the future?
I'm double majoring in traditional music and communications, and I hope to go in the field of music recording as a recording engineer after I graduate.
Same for you?
Similar. I'm also a traditional music major and a minor in communication studies, and I would like to somehow be involved in music performance or recording.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. What goes into some of the songs that you all pick? Do you all actually write your own music, or will you kind of do a lot of covers?
We do some original songs, but a large majority of it is maybe older style songs, at least personally, the two of us, that maybe you haven't heard in the past few years. Sure. We do a lot of material from this area too.
Who would you say is some of your all's influences?
Well, of course the great Hank Williams, as far as country artists go, and just there's tons of Carter Family. There's tons of great songwriters, songs that really have stories to them. Personally, is what I prefer.
Cool. Well, what's the first song you're all going to play called?
It's going to be called "Gathering Flowers from the Hillside."
All right. Well, take it away, guys.
All right. I know that my darling has trouble. You are hanging down your head. Your love for me is like the flowers. Your love for me's withered and dead. I've been gathering the flowers on the hillside just to wreath all around on your brow. But you kept me waiting so long, dear, that the flowers have all withered now. How can I go through life feeling lonesome? How can I go through life feeling sad when my dream and the one that I cherish has forsaken the good for the bad? I've been gathering the flowers on the hillside just to wreath all around on your brow. But you kept me waiting so long, dear, that the flowers have all withered now. Have fun while my life here on earth will be lonely, for some other my sweetheart has won. I've been gathering the flowers on the hillside just to wreath all around on your brow. But you kept me waiting so long, dear, that the flowers have all withered now. But you kept me waiting so long, dear, that the flowers have all withered now.
Hi, my name is Stevie Vaughn and I am a Convergent Media major. The best thing about this newly created major is that I have the ability to pick up new skills in every field of communications, so that I'll be prepared once I graduate. I really enjoy the hands-on experience in classes, and I'm always challenged to find more effective ways to communicate. Morehead State University provides me with the tools to succeed and pursue my goals. My name is Stevie Vaughn, and I'm ready to take on the world.
does my Morehead State help me?
How does my Morehead State help me? How does my Morehead State help me?
Email, SkyDrive, Blackboard references.
Calendars, maps, news, weather. It helps me connect with my students in and out of class.
It provides me with a tool to succeed in academics and tennis.
Using my Morehead State helps me to stay productive and organized.
We're back to Morehead Today, and please welcome our next guest from Career Services, Ms. Megan Boone. Hello.
Hi, David. Thanks for having me
again. Thank you for coming on. Well, it is definitely a busy time of the year for Career Services.
It certainly is. We just wrapped up our career fair last week, and we're gearing up for some other events later on in the semester. So.
Cool. Well, it is getting to be crunch time for a lot of graduating seniors and a lot of juniors going into their senior year. What advice would you give them for coming up with future jobs and lining up things so they can do after graduation?
Sure. I think my first piece of advice would be start now if you haven't already started. If you're graduating in May, you know, the average job search is taking at least 6 months. So you're a little bit behind the curve. If you're, you know, an underclassman out there listening, I would recommend starting in the fall of your senior year with your job search so that you can make those initial contacts, start lining things up so that you aren't stressed when May comes around and you don't have an opportunity.
Well, what things do does the Career Services offer to help get students prepared for that?
Yeah, we will help with resumes, interviewing. If a student is looking at graduate schools, we'll look over their personal statements, grad school applications, help them with that process. Right now we've been seeing a lot of students that, you know, maybe have decided on a degree, maybe they know they want to be a psychology major, but they're getting ready to graduate and they're like, oh my gosh, what can I do with a 4-year degree in psychology? So we'll also help with that piece of the process as well, kind of figuring out what you can do with your major and what some of your options might be.
Something that I've noticed personally is that some of my best experience comes from internships. Would you agree?
Yes, I would definitely agree. If you're an underclassman, to be competitive when you graduate, you have to have done an internship or, you know, research experience. I mean, kind of depending on what you want to do, there are some different ways to gain that experience. But just graduating with a 4-year degree, even if you have a good GPA, it doesn't seem like it's enough anymore. The employers and the graduate programs are looking for candidates that have some real-world experience, so to speak.
Does Career Services offer the same kind of things for them, people going into internships, as they would for?
Yes, we do. We help with that whole process as well. You know, if there's someone out there that's a freshman that maybe isn't sure what direction they even want to go, we'll help with that. We offer what we call career inventory. So we have a personality assessment as well as an interest inventory that can help someone better understand themselves and where they might be a good fit as far as career path.
And students are also probably encouraged to get on to the JobLink system. Can you explain that a little more? Yeah,
JobLink is our online, it's an internship job database that we have. You would just go on our website, it's moreheadstate.edu/career, look for that JobLink icon. Anything we know about is posted in there, and I always tell students, there aren't tons of jobs in there. We probably have 400 or so right now, but the ones that are there are seeking out Morehead State students and graduates, so your odds of actually landing an interview are really good.
Exactly. Well, we have the graduation fair coming. Can you tell me a little bit about what goes on at that?
Yeah, the grad fair is something that's put on by the Alumni Association. It's kind of a one-stop shop for seniors. It's going to be Thursday from 11 to 4 in the University Bookstore. Career Services will have a table there. You know, registrar will be there. You can order a cap and gown, get your rings. So if there are some seniors out there listening, unsure of where to go and what to do, come see us at that grad fair.
Awesome. Well, we are out of time so soon. But thank you for all of your information. You've been very beneficial. I'm sure a lot of people really got some help out of this. So
hopefully we'll see some folks. Cool. Thanks, David.
Well, we'll be right back with our musical guest. Stay tuned.
6 here. Today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite gadgets, the Eagle Club.
Beaker bucks are a cool gadget to use on campus, anywhere from vending machines to the bookstore. They are even accepted at restaurants around Morehead.
Beaker bucks are way safer than cash and have gotten me out of many sticky situations. Until next time.
We're back for more today, and we're here once again with our musical guests, Mr. Tyler Mullins and Mr. Thomas Albert. What are you guys going to be playing now?
Called Rolling in My Sweet Baby's Arms.
Awesome. We'll look forward to hearing it.
Well, where were you last Friday night while I was lying in jail? Oh, just walking the streets with another man, wouldn't even go my bell. Going in my sweet baby's arms, going in my sweet baby's arms. Just lay around the shack till the milk train comes back. Going in my sweet baby's arms. They don't like me, they threw me away from your door. If I had my life to live over, oh, I wouldn't go there anymore. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Just lay around the shack till the milk train comes back. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. They don't like me, and they threw me away from your door. If I had my life to live over, well, I wouldn't go there anymore. Just rolling in my sweet baby's arms, rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Just lay around the shack till the milk train comes back. Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Well, just lay around the shack till the milk train comes back.
Eagle Lake is only a short walk away and allows you to escape from everyday life. You can exercise and relieve stress by walking around the lake, or you can just sit back and enjoy the view. Eagle Lake is the perfect place to go to relax, but in the next few months it's going to get even better. So what are you waiting for? Go up to the lake. You know you want to.
That's going to do it for another episode of Morehead Today. Special thanks to our guests, the Richard, Megan Boone, Tyler Mullins, and Thomas Albert. Thanks for watching, and have a great and safe spring break.